Hey guys, I'm Justin Mitchell. I'm a geography student here at the university. So yeah, my presentation today may not be as scientific as some of the ones to follow, but I'll just try to keep it nice and light and easy for you guys to kick off session 5. So for this past semester, I got the wonderful opportunity to work with Christopher Bowers in his newly released book, Conversation Changed Lives. This is pretty much like a how-to guide on to kind of counter social isolation. The book provides you kind of with tips, tricks, and even like startup questions to kind of get people more connected with their community through having conversations on the streets. So yeah, the types of questions that are included, like my favorite is tell me, what has helped you explore new territory recently? Right? So these types of questions kind of catch people off guard at first, right? They require you to kind of think about your answer. So as a result, you kind of get this engaging conversation. So you may be wondering, what did I have to do with this? Because I certainly didn't write the book, but Chris needed some help kind of testing the questions out in the real world. So I was kind of his guinea pig, and I read through the book, and I took the questions out to the street. And I had the challenge of kind of talking to one new stranger a day, and then I'd kind of reflect on how the conversation went, and I wrote about it on this blog. And yeah, from the start of this challenge, like right away, I noticed people really appreciated me like having these thoughtful and meaningful conversations, right? People get so used to the hey, how's it going, good type of thing that doesn't really get anywhere. So when you ask these sorts of things, it really shows. And now I'm more comfortable than ever talking to strangers, and I have like tips and tricks to keep the conversation flowing if I wanted it to. It kind of also brightens up people's day too when you just show genuine interest in what they have to say, right? So and to kind of bring it back to that question of what has helped me explore new territory, well, for me, this book certainly has, because talking to strangers on the streets, I've heard of bands that I've never listened to before and kind of experienced, and I've been told tourist spots that I've yet to experience in Victoria, but we'll hopefully get to this summer. So that's all fun and games, but kind of the most important thing for me is I've made friendships. One guy I play basketball with whenever I get the time, and others I just see around local thrifties, Tim Hortons, and at the bus stop. And most of these people I don't even know their names, but it's just the fact that they're kind of a familiar face that I can wave at or like stop and have a quick chat with as I pass by them. So that's awesome. And it was really cool too, because later in that exact same course we read a book by Charles Montgomery called Happy City, and this one part, and it really kind of solidified everything Chris had been teaching me. And it's this notion that these casual relationships are just as important as our everyday ones, right? So these relationships that we get from work, with children, spouses, and even roommates are pretty stressful, and at times they can be hard to deal with. And especially if they're the only ones you're having contact with, you can get annoyed with those people, possibly for no reason at all, right? So, I guess also we kind of expect so much out of these relationships that when maybe they're not going as smoothly as we once thought they would go, that it does put a lot of stress on them. And having just this diversity of relationships, that it really kind of grounds people and keeps people reassured that there's more to life than just your direct family. So it was actually a really good experience talking to strangers, and I challenge some of you guys to do it as well. I mean, you meet some wacky and interesting people, but when I first kind of started, I kind of wasn't as comfortable, so I talked to people who were more open, right, and kind of get good reactions, almost fearing that rejection. But then after a while, I kind of started to care less about the reactions and kind of what other people thought. And I pulled some knowledge that I gained from guest lectures, and I kind of look for people who maybe not everyone talks to. So these are populations such as the homeless people, or homeless people and kind of mentally challenged individuals, or even refugees and immigrants, just people who don't get acknowledged all the time and often get forgotten about. So I kind of set out a goal to go talk to them, and I think this one woman really had a story that stuck out in my mind. It was the middle of March, and she had just been camping for 2 weeks in the woods, and she's one of these women that kind of on the borderline of homeless, and she just kind of was able to get a temporary housing for unit for the next 2 months, and she was just really happy to survive the winter, and she was looking forward to the summer and just kind of the warm months. So that was really heartwarming, and it did drive home the points about housing affordability and the challenges that homeless people face in Victoria. So that was really good. And do I do this every day? And still, definitely not. I'm sorry, Chris, but I don't meet one new stranger anymore because it is tiring, and sometimes I just want to plug in and listen to my music down the street just as anybody else, right? But I find I'm definitely more open and approachable now, and I really try to acknowledge the people I walk by, especially if it's around my house, because those are the people you're building a community around, and it's important to do that. And like I said, Chris recently just launched his book. It's called Conversation Changed Lives, and the book launch itself was really magical. I was really proud to be a part of it. All of Chris's family and friends were there, and it was just this day full of kind of conversation, smiles, and love. So it was good that it went so well. Lucky enough for us, Shaw was there to kind of capture that moment and kind of Chris's work that he's done in the 10 years. So I'm going to play that video for you guys. I hope you enjoy it.